Source to Pay by Kelly Warden. Agenda. So for today's agenda, I'm going to go over the Source to Pay project. This is going to include a project objective, the Source to Pay vision, business drivers, the market evaluation, the Source to Pay options and recommendations, the proposed solution overview, the anticipated costs and benefits associated with that proposed solution. Project objective. The goal of this initiative is to really enhance the entire U.S. source to pay lifecycle. This is going to help us provide a greater transparency, focusing on supplier sourcing, contract management, the purchase of goods and services, invoicing and catalog management, consolidated spend analytics, and supplier performance management. Source to Pay vision. The Source to Pay vision rests on 3 pillars of excellence. The first pillar is company experience. We're looking to simplify the user experience and provide an efficient way to gain procurement support when ordering goods and services. The next pillar is cost reduction. We want to reduce the cost and provide early visibility of the firm's spend commitments. This is going to help leverage our overall preferred supplier relationships. And the last pillar is risk mitigation. We will mitigate risk to the firm from unmanaged spend by reducing manual practices. This is going to help us increase controlled spend and effectively manage risk exposure. Business drivers. Some of the key business drivers include regulatory compliance. Right now, within our current systems, we have the inability to satisfy regulatory compliance issues facing the U.S. firm. These issues are soon going to start impacting other territories in our firm. Rogue spending. The current systems do not allow us for the ability to effectively drive and manage spend. Disparate technology. The current levels of manual processing is not efficient or cost effective. Outdated systems. The current systems utilized are outdated and not fully supported by IT today. User experience. The current systems are not intuitive or user-friendly. Mobility. The current systems do not support the firm's vision around mobile technology. Territory first mentality. The current systems do not enable the global transformation procurement targets or help to drive standardization of high-level processes, policies, and spend across our territories. Approach, market evaluation. So in the early stages of the Source to Pay project, we did extensive research, evaluation, and analysis within the Source to Pay marketplace. This led us to eventually do a formal request for information. We started out with 19 suppliers that we had identified, and we actually only received responses from 11 of those suppliers. From those 11 suppliers, we selected 4 key suppliers to come and do their demonstrations to us on site. Next, after those initial demonstrations, we actually issued a request for proposal, and this was a mixture of around 1,300 business and technical requirement questions that each of these suppliers were asked to fill out, and then this was eventually scored by our IT group. And the following suppliers that were selected to participate was Company 1, Company 2, Company 3, and Company 4. So, like I said, at the end, we did use a comprehensive scoring methodology to evaluate each solution's ability to meet the functional and technical requirements. After that was completed, we did invite these suppliers back to do a second demonstration and then to further assess their solution capabilities. So, when all of that analysis and all the demos were said and done, we came up with 2 viable solutions. The first option was to do a multi-supplier delivered solution. It was cloud-based and it was a phased implementation. The second option was to do a single supplier delivered solution on-premise instant changeover, and a full end-to-end where it would actually replace our existing e-procurement systems. After an in-depth review and analysis, the Company B end-to-end cloud-based SaaS solution most closely aligned to the source-to-pay vision and drivers. Solution overview, Company B. So, in the end, we are proposing that we go with Company B as our primary solution. It's a full end-to-end solution that supports full procurement business cycles. Its cloud-based SaaS solution enables easier adoption across the network. It offers module services that would allow territories specific implementation needs. Its integrated functionality facilitates consistent user experience and reporting of manageable spend. It's a single business intelligence solution that would provide the ability to rationalize and normalize the spend data across all of our networks. And it's highly configurable, which means we can enforce the controls while maintaining a simplified user interface. And above, you'll see our full lifecycle of above that consists of a supplier registration module, an RFX module, the contract formulation phase, the purchasing and invoicing phase, and then the ongoing management, which would consist of supplier maintenance and reporting throughout all life cycles. Anticipated costs. So the anticipated costs over a 5-year period is $20.8 million. Most of that cost would be absorbed in the first year, which is $12.8 million. And then the total ongoing maintenance would be the product licensing and annual support, which would come to about $4 million. And then our cost avoidance from retirement of old systems is $2 million, so that would net us to be around $2 million a year for the ongoing licensing and annual support. So just a recap of the benefits. It's going to provide a simplified user experience. It's a single solution to manage the demand for the firm's procurement services. We would have the ability to track the spend at a contract level, and this would lead us to risk mitigation. We would also be able to mitigate against future regulatory compliance requirements. A fully integrated solution will remove costly maintenance of outdated customized systems. And it's also going to support the standardization across procurement processes and practices. And lastly, this is really going to help us promote that global transformation effort that we've been trying to achieve. It's going to help us promote a network-first procurement view, and the solution is easily scalable across all of our different networks. Thank you.